Hi, I'm Jeff Budiak with Software Connect. Today I'm walking you through some quick tips and a few software recommendations to help you fix some of the most common warehouse headaches. Think inventory drift, slow picks, visibility lags, and space issues. If you deal with any of these, stick around to learn how to turn your warehouse from cluttered chaos into a well-oiled machine. Here's how this video is going to work. For each warehouse problem, I'll share a quick, practical workaround you can try right away, followed by a longer-term solution, which, let's be honest, usually involves investing in a warehouse management system. So the first problem is honestly one of the most common: accuracy drift. It's basically when inventory levels get inconsistent over time, mostly through human error. Someone misses a scan, an item gets mislabeled, or a transaction isn't recorded correctly. It happens, even in well-run warehouses, but there's a way to mitigate the damage: cycle counting. This method speeds up the auditing process by breaking it down into smaller sample batches. If you need a quick fix, start with a spot check. Pick a few high volume or problem SKUs, run a physical count, and log the results on a simple count sheet. It'll give you a rough sense of where things are slipping and where you might need better controls. While this helps in the short term, it's still error-prone and time-consuming. I strongly recommend getting a WMS like Fishbowl. The system lets you cycle count inventory for specific parts or locations without shutting down your warehouse. It supports all methods like ABC, usage-based, and even location-based. That way, you can stay productive and accurate. Another problem I hear pretty often from companies is visibility lag. It happens when there's a delay between the actual movements of the inventory and when the system updates it. It can lead to incorrect quantities and inefficient picking. Unfortunately, it's pretty common in warehouses that use outdated software or manual processes. A quick workaround: sit down with your team, map out where the updates fall through the cracks, and tighten up those workflows. Even using a whiteboard to log pallet movements can help, though it's not perfect. And while most modern WMS systems will include real-time visibility, I would highly recommend ShipHero if you have a fast-paced environment. It has live movement tracking, so you're always looking at up-to-date info, which really helps cut down the mistakes. And if you have multiple warehouses, ShipHero lets you transfer stock to keep your inventory balanced. But regardless of your company size, you'll be able to finally see the actual stock of your inventory without lag. Not sure which WMS will actually solve your inventory headaches? Software Connect offers free, personalized recommendations based upon your warehouse needs. Just visit softwareconnect.com or click on the link below to get started. The third problem I hear about all the time is capacity strain. Overflowing shelves, cluttered aisles, and not enough room to move. It slows everything down and makes your team way less efficient. One way to quickly free up some space is to place your fastest moving SKUs in easily accessible bins near packing areas. Also, make sure that you use color-coded tags that show everyone the bins that are high priority. This will help relieve some congestion in the short term, while the slower moving products eventually clears out. But for long-term success, implementing a system like Extensiv is key. It has dynamic slotting, which lets you reassign storage locations based upon factors like seasonality. It also lets you analyze historical sales data to forecast and predict future demand, so you're not over-ordering and filling shelves with dead stock. Finally, let's talk about slow picks. You've probably seen this. Your team's running from one end of the warehouse to the other, or you get stuck in high traffic aisles, wasting time just trying to get the next bin. Short term, reevaluate your picking strategy. There's a lot to choose from. Use zone picking to prevent your team from running across the entire warehouse, or pick items in batches instead of doing orders one at a time. Even just moving popular SKUs closer to the shipping zones can improve your speed. But to really get the most out of these methods, you'll need a system like Northstar WMS. It lets you set up the best picking logic for your warehouse so you can fulfill orders in the most efficient way possible. It supports any type of strategy: zone batch, wave, whatever works best. And with built-in barcode scanning and mobile access, your team can move faster and make fewer mistakes. So if a WMS system sounds like something you need, but you're not sure if it's right for you, check out our full WMS Roundup page. We cover more options like Logiwa and Kerber. What kind of warehouse are you running? E-commerce, wholesale, 3PL? And what's the biggest headache you're dealing with right now? Drop it in the comments and we'll give you a WMS suggestion that actually fits your operation. And for a deeper dive, head over to softwareconnect.com. We'll give you tailored recommendations for free. No pressure, no spam, just options that actually fit your warehouse. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.